Namaste everyone, this is Asquare, and in today's video we'll be looking at some of the best TownHall-9 war bases that we encountered on our opponent's side. Like, this is crazy. Some of the bases that we encountered in our last clan war were really nice, and we're looking at 3 TownHall-9 war bases in this video. All the 3 bases defended at least twice from our side, and I personally think that these are some of the bases that can be improved if you are a base builder and can directly be copied if you are a player like me who is like noob in base building and just want some base quick to like copy for your next clan war. These are some of the bases that you can definitely copy. You will get some of the trap location by the attacks that I'll be showing you on these bases. Some of the trap locations you can like place it on your own and maybe guess. That is up to you. So let the show begin. Alright guys, this is the first base that we'll see in today's video, and have a good look at this base. Maybe screenshot this base if you would like to. Just increase the resolution of your video like at least 360p so that you can understand which building is what. You can take the screenshot right now. Yeah, so this base was 3-starred by Deepak using this lava loon attack strategy, and this base defended very well against HoBo. So if you encounter this base, I would definitely recommend you to not do a HoBo on this base but to go air on this base, because you can see the 4 air defenses are like quite forming a diamond pattern. That is something that you can exploit, and that is, I think, something that Deepak would exploit as well. So he so he's using a shattered GoBoLaLo. That is something. He's taking a small kill squad just to take down this opponent queen, maybe, I think, and this air defense and a crossbow. That is an enormous amount of value for a small kill squad that he'll be taking, I guess. So he's having like 28-30 level heroes. If your hero level is something similar to that, you can definitely like I don't think that you should encounter much problem 3-starring this base. So he went in from 12 o'clock direction, and notice the position of the first giant bomb and some small bombs. They were in the first compartment. Notice the problems of notice the location of the Teslas while you scout this base, scout this attack. The main focus of today's video is like finding some traps on these bases and figuring out where the traps were and how good the design was actually, and what did the attacker who 3-starred this base did actually to 3-star this base, just in case if you encounter this base in your next clan war. So you never know. So there are 2 giant bombs in the first compartment, and there are 2 Teslas over the king area. Let's see what more we can find. I mean, you can definitely like see some of the traps, the red SAMs and the ASMs. You can rewind the video and maybe like see as to where the traps popped from. The Deepak's queen is doing a really nice job, I must say here. She's bringing an enormous amount of value. Also notice the angle of the air sweeper as well. That is something that I usually forget when I copy some base or something. There goes a skeleton trap, and there goes another 3rd Tesla right at the in between of those 2 compartments, and it seemed like it was pretty easily overpowered by Lalo. But if your opponent is like reluctant in doing Lalo, and these days like you are seeing more of stoned HoBo and shattered HoBo, so this base is something that can defend really well against that. That is just my thinking and what I experienced. It might be possible, it is possible like that your opponent might 3-star your base right away, so don't blame me for that. But yes, this is something that you can directly copy, and it's a very nice design that I personally think that it's a little different and it's a little intriguing design, and it's like it attracts doing shattered HoBo and something, and there are chances that a shattered HoBo might fail on this base specifically. Moving on to the second base. So another interesting design of this base, let me just pause the video so that you can screenshot the base properly. So this is the main basic base, and in the corners you have some army camps and that barracks and elixir pump right at the 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock area. You can have a good screenshot of this base. Yeah, so let's begin the attack on this video as to how Mike read the name Mike Litoris. Yeah yeah, that's a funny name, I know. So he started, he like went in with a cold-blooded small kill squad. It's not technically a small kill squad. He's taking 5 Valkyries, and he's like going on with hogs. And yeah, this base defended against stoned HoBo and GoBoLaLo. So the previous 2 attacks on this base were I think around 67-80% fail, and attacks were stoned HoBo and GoBoLaLo. That is something that you want to avoid if you encounter this base, or if you think that your opponent is like doing something stoned, like it's if you think that the opponent is pretty generic and not that great in terms of creativity, you can definitely put this base on, because having a small kill squad, like having 5 Valkyries and a small kill squad taking a golem based army, it's like it takes a little bit of skill to little bit of skill to restart. Notice there was one Tesla right at this area. This was a Tesla, a pretty interesting position for a Tesla, just to screw your hog deployment. Like when he deployed his CC hog riders right at around 9 o'clock direction, his hog riders went first to the Tesla and then to the core. That little 2-3 second gap might make a difference on the base, and obviously these corner buildings are something that needed to be taken care of in the first place. So there are 2 giant bombs at the 12 o'clock area, 1 giant bomb at 9 o'clock area, and 1 at 6 o'clock area. So that covers our 4 giant bombs. I'm not paying attention to the location of the Tesla, but I hope that you guys can see it and can like replicate it. Although I would not recommend you guys like making the exact copy of the base. Just like twerk some giant bombs and some Tesla locations up to your up to what you think is right, because just by twerking some of the traps you can refresh a base, and if the opponent is like rooting on the fact that you might not have changed anything on that base, he might actually fail on that base just by judging wrong that this trap must be there and this trap must be there, and you being a smart person, you already misdirected him and misplaced the spell, if that is something, misplaced the spell, the traps on a different location. So this was the second base. Let's go to the base number 16, the third base and the final base of today's video that I think is pretty awesome. So this is the final base that we'll see in today's video, and as you can judge by the timestamp, it is clear that Ras Al Ghul failed on this base just because of time. I think he had 99% 2-star on this base, and that's pretty obvious. Like see the design of this damn thing. There are so many like deviated free buildings that are up for grabs, and if not taken care of properly, they can easily fail you on time. So you can have a quick screenshot, I think around right now, of the base and some of the aesthetics of the base, like some of the cold storage and all. Make sure that you put these cold storage and elixir storage, heavy hit points building near the town hall. So let's start with the attack. So he goes in with a stored hobo, I think. He's entering the stone hobo direction, and notice that Ras Al Ghul is doing a fantastic job. Like he deployed his archers already. It's difficult to believe that he time failed on this base, because I thought that if he time failed on this base, he might not have taken care of these corner buildings, but it seems pretty obvious. Like Ras Al Ghul is a nice player, and it's difficult to see him making this kind of mistake. But obviously this base has something more than just these offset buildings that can like deviate you or maybe like trick you on time. So he starts with his obviously cleaning troops, some of the free buildings that he can pick up, and then he starts by deploying 2 of his golem from around 2 to 3 direction, having a skill squad in the middle, that is his heroes. And I think that once the first layer of I'm not sure if he's taking bowlers or not. Let's see, we will find out. This baby dragon is bringing a good value. This baby dragon was just there to funnel, and it's great to see baby dragon bringing more value to the raid other than just like funneling. The baby dragon will help the queen kill, and that is really nice. That is really rare, and that is really nice to see. I really like troops like baby dragon getting an enormous amount of value in the raid. So he's not bringing bowlers, he's bringing a very small kill squad. And guys, having minions in the CC is just really stupid. If you want to have baby dragon in your CC, just take 2 Valkyries or maybe 1 Valkyrie and a witch and a baby dragon. That make up for the fantastic CC, and don't go for those minion CC, please don't. So his queen is still alive, the golems are still tanking for the crossbow, and judging by the small kill squad, like no bowler kill squad, his kill squad brought an enormous amount of value. I'm not sure exactly what is that one building that will be remaining. I think it will be no, it won't be this. I think it will be this what do we call it, spell factory, dark spell factory. Notice the position of the giant bomb, guys. There are 2 giant bombs right at around 5 o'clockish 6 o'clockish area, and there are 2 Teslas right at that air sweeper compartment. There is 1 giant bomb around this expo, and I think there was there are 2. Okay, so there are 2 giant bombs around this crossbow, and I'm reckoning there is another giant bomb in the first crossbow compartment as well. You guys might be noticing the location of Teslas. I'm not. There are 2 Teslas right in this core direction. The air sweeper is facing towards 6 o'clock direction. I think that, I'm not sure, like he took care of all the corner buildings. That's really nice, Ras Al Ghul. I'm like, I was thinking that Ras Al Ghul cannot fail on this base with time fail. That is really not possible. But that is something that I think is unfortunate. But this base design is really nice. I mean, you have to agree on this base design. It was really creative, and you don't see these kind of bases like really more often. You like see more generic bases these days, and this definitely, like, it is in current meta, and yet it is a little bit confusing. The one fail that this base had was a Lavaloon, a simple generic Lavaloon. So a Lavaloon failed on this base, and a shattered HoBo, a shattered GoHo, shattered GoHo failed on this base as well. So this was a time fail, another example of a very good base that you can directly copy. If you are interested in watching more videos of this kind, let me know in the comments. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really do think that these bases are really nice, although it might differ for your opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. This is Asquare, and I'll see you in my next video.